Hi, I'm Carl with Apt, and this is the 2018 65-inch Q9FN series QLED TV from Samsung. It's the updated version of last year's Q9F. Now, if you've seen the Q9F, I imagine you were most likely impressed, and this year's set takes another step forward. There's a lot to like about the Q9FN, and in this video we'll talk about the features and specs that make this a TV worth checking out for your home theater. And don't forget, these can be ordered right here at Apt in Glenview or online at apt.com. The design on the Q9FN is what you'd expect from a high-end TV. The bezel, like on a lot of other premium TVs out now, is extremely small and just blends into the background when you're watching something on this set. The pedestal on this one is, in my opinion, improved over the Q9F from last year. Here we have a narrower footprint, so if you're going to be putting it on a stand, you don't have to worry so much about it not fitting. It's a three-part pedestal. There's 2 feet that get attached to the back of the set, and there's a bar that gets installed between the two. We made a video on the pedestal that you can actually check out as well, so you can see the full install process. And this one, unlike the new Q8FN, gets Samsung's One Connect box. And something to note is that it's larger than last year's, and the reason for that is because the power supply for the entire system is stored in there now. So instead of having to plug the TV into an outlet and the One Connect into another outlet, you just plug the One Connect into a power source and run the invisible cable from the box to the set. And the One Connect box, for those who haven't seen it before, is where all of your connections are going to be located. Here we have 4 HDMI connections, with one having an audio return channel, 3 USBs, an Ethernet connection, antenna input, and mini RS-232C connection. There's also an optical audio output which comes in handy since the sound quality on this set doesn't do enough to complement the amazing picture. So do yourself a favor and connect this to a surround system or a soundbar. Now, as far as picture goes, this has to be involved in the conversation about the best displays for 2018. It's a native 10-bit 120Hz full array panel, and along with the technology that Samsung implements for processing the picture, gives an amazing experience. I will say, right out of the box, it was a little saturated for me, much like all of the other Samsung 2018 sets that we've looked at so far, but with some minor changes to the picture settings, this set was super impressive. Samsung gives this all sorts of processing like QHDR Elite Max, Q Contrast Elite Max, and Ultra Black Elite, all run by the Q engine, but all of that can be summed up with 2 words: absolutely amazing. The contrast and black levels were excellent, which allowed small details in the really dark or really bright scenes to be easily picked up, and local dimming was superb. There really wasn't much light bloom to speak of, and everything we watched looked natural and smooth. It handled motion really well too. Next up are the smart features. Samsung has a good selection of apps to choose from for someone who's looking to cut the cord. You have things like Netflix, Prime Video, and Hulu, and with the SmartThings app you can control different SmartThings compatible devices right from your TV. You can also use the SmartThings app to help in the initial setup of the TV and as a remote control. If you don't use the app, Samsung does provide a remote with this TV as well. This remote has the same functionality as the One remote we've seen on the other Q series sets, but the remote that comes with the Q9FN is metal. It has a really high-end feel to it, and even putting the batteries in is an experience. The remote has a microphone built in that allows you to control the TV using Bixby as well. You can raise or lower the volume, change a screen setting, or even search YouTube for a video, plus there's a whole lot more. So it's very functional, but it's not as intuitive as some of the other voice-operated systems out there. When you want the TV to do something, you have to make sure that you state the operation exactly how Bixby wants it said. It takes a little getting used to, but once you're used to it, once you use it with some consistency, it really becomes second nature. All in all, this is going to be a great competitor for the other top-tier full-array LED sets and OLED sets out there. With a phenomenal picture, great smart features, and fluid motion handling, this is definitely a TV you'll want to take a look at. As always, we appreciate you checking out our videos, and don't forget to subscribe so you get updates whenever we post new content.